It's all your fault. That's right, it's your fault. Dragon Age Veilguard failing? Your fault. Forget about all this stuff over here, you know, the people who made the game and the mistakes they made. Forget about that. None of that matters. It's all your fault. It seems that the gaming industry is still on the blaming the fans train, with ex-Dragon Age writer coming up with some very interesting words on gamers. Very interesting. Let's talk about it. Austin Wood of prestigious games journalism company Game Rant interviewed an ex-Dragon Age dev, David Gator. Gator? Now, he didn't actually work on Veilguard, but he did work on KOTOR, which he has my respect for. I don't know what it is, but I got a feeling I'm about to lose a little bit of respect for him. In that interview, the topic of fandom mentality came up, and this is what he had to say. The difficulty is if suddenly you end up with anti-fans, then they turn from what you want, fans that will go out and spread word of your game and get people interested, but if you get anti-fans, they sort of do the opposite. They're very determined, suddenly, to see your game fail as sort of a lesson to others who make games of the same type, right? And that, honestly, these days, there's some element of that present in almost all fandoms, but it's always sort of been there for RPGs in particular. Complete lack of understanding there from David. Big Dave. You see, he loves it when there are passionate fans who buy all the merchandise, who praise the developers, who post about it all over their social media, buying all their games back to back, getting the collector's editions, all of those things he loves. They're fans. But if those same fans question something, well, you see, Big Dave's got a problem there. Question the developer's intentions on this franchise that you've become so passionate about? No, that's not good. How dare you be upset? Hey, what you doing with my favourite character over there, man? You're treating him awful poorly. That's not... Man, that's not... Is that a chain? Please don't kill him anymore. Why? What are you upset about? It's only something you've invested hundreds, if not thousands of hours into. Stop moaning, it's fine. Who cares? You shouldn't care. Hold up. Care enough to still buy the games, though. Yeah. You need that much care. They don't want you caring that little. Criticism is so feared now by the games industry that they don't even accept that any of the criticism is real, because they're just perfect. What you see in this nothing statement of fan blaming is a complete and utter lack of accountability. I mean, Big Dave over here hasn't worked on anything relevant in almost a decade, with the future of his current game studio headed for the same blender as Concord, unless his new game, that I've never heard of nor will I ever care about, sells well. Good luck, David. It's just the mindset of the game developer these days. Not once in that statement did he ask why. Why are the fans upset? Is it justified? No, just straight to, they want to see us fail. The majority of the gaming industry feels this way. It's why nothing changes. More money gets wasted in these bloated projects because they refuse to listen to the fans. Do you think we should change that one issue that the fans brought up? You know, just tweet... No, they're just mad. No, okay. I'll just get right on to not fixing that and looking for a new job. Let's take Veilguard, for example. It couldn't possibly be the bad writing, the terrible gameplay, the bad characters, the ideology being pushed left, right, and centre constantly throughout the game. Wait, no, not right or centre, just very far left. It's the fans' fault for this. They're wrong. No accountability whatsoever. Have you heard a single comment from someone who worked on that steaming pile of dog that even hints at taking responsibility for that failure of a game? It's always someone else's fault. EA didn't back us. 200 million? What are we going to do with that? I'll take 200 million to make a game right here and now. Cough up, EA. Cough it up. I got no idea what I'm doing, but it can't be worse than Veilguard. In the same interview, Big Dave here said that the successes of Expedition 33 and Baldur's Gate 3 are examples of what's possible when a game is given time to cook. 4 years in development and 200 million spent. That game had time to cook. And it was raw and it was rotten and it was just a disgusting piece of trash. But hey, maybe 2 more years could have saved it. Who knows? Maybe just throw another 100 million at it. Why not? Let's see if that works. Wait, no. This game could never have succeeded because gamers wanted to see it fail. It just had no chance. You also get, I think, an element where more and more fandoms are making the things that they're fans of integral to their identity. Anything that affects it or insults it insults them. I think this is true to some degree. People resonate with characters more than what you could even hope for as a developer. They write fanfics, they draw them, they obsess over the stories, they come up with their own theories. Cosplaying as their favourite character and turning up to conventions to get a picture or an autograph with the actor that brought that character to life. A character that resonated with them so much, they're dressing up as them. But again, this is an industry that's more than happy to profit from that fandom, that passion. But criticism, whoa. That's too much. They don't even understand themselves what draws people to these characters and these stories. Obviously they don't, because look what they do to them. But I wouldn't expect anything less from an industry that thinks skin colour or gender is a character trait. So they are invested in making it what they imagine that, like I said, if they turn it into the anti-fan, suddenly it's their personal investment in seeing the fail or seeing the developers who made that decision punished, so that they could point in the future and say, well, see what happened to them? See how their game sold? You don't want that, do you? The anti-fan. I love that. I love that when you venture into the realm of criticism, that means you are no longer a true fan. Stop asking questions and consume next product. Are you a real fan or not? So do fans who have spent their hard-earned money and all of that free time into something not have the right to question some questionable decisions that have been made? They have every right to question things. Why shouldn't they? We've seen some of our favourite franchises get slaughtered. I mean, just butchered to a point where they should just, at this point, cease to exist. In some cases, it would be a mercy. I think fans are scared that their favourite franchise might be next. They're on alert. When you make stupid decisions like, I don't know, killing off your main character by turning him into a dumbass, I think fans have every right to complain. When you take a character and take away everything that made them great, fans are going to be upset. And why shouldn't they be? They're the reason the franchise got so big in the first place. It was their passion. All of that free marketing they give you by even buying the weird teddy bear things that people get. That's all free marketing, man. So yes, they're going to want it to fail, because why would they want it to succeed? You know, they shit on the lore. The characters aren't even the same characters. They keep lecturing me on non-binary something. I don't know. But hey, I'm going to keep playing with a smile on my face and hope this game succeeds so we get even more of it. Not buying the product is the only way for our voices, the fandom's voices, to be heard. They don't listen to complaints online. The only thing they listen to is money. But even then they refuse to accept that the failure is because of them. They don't seem to get that we gamers just want good games. We want our favourite franchises to be good. We don't want them to fail. Do we take pleasure when a game fails that is anti-consumer and ruins a once great franchise? Yes. Because it's hilarious to watch. It's funny to see. And it's what they deserve. As far as developers getting punished, well, you see, there's this thing in the real world that doesn't exist in the entertainment industry where if you do a bad job, you get fired. I mean, they're probably unaware that such a system exists. We even got a Dragon Age Veilguard voice actor, Wilton Regan, come out in an IGN interview saying that we wanted the game to fail because we are just bad people on the internet. I wasn't around at the time of Veilguard. I only burst into existence about 3 months ago. But you bet I would have been there roasting that piece of garbage. Oh yeah, BioWare used to be a beloved studio, you know. They didn't just become hated overnight. She also said it's an idiotic stance to take to judge a game before it's released. Okay, for educational purposes, I'll show you how I judge a game before it comes out. Yeah. It looks woke as f***. I don't want to play this, but hold on. Let's look at some gameplay. Let's truly get a look at this. Trash. Cry more. Make sure you put it in your actor's portfolio that you were involved in the second most diverse failure of 2024. And even if they have to sort of manipulate the data or move the goalposts, it seems like it's become increasingly vital for these people to be able to run around and make these points online, to the point that I think a lot of developers are withdrawing from the public sphere. God forbid they get their feelings hurt. I mean, he waffles on a bit more, but he's taking a pop at content creators here, taking a shot at me with my massive online presence. I really don't get where this idea that content creators move the goalposts to fit a narrative comes from. I see it a lot. I see it on the comments of my videos too. You shouldn't use Steam numbers as a metric for success. but game studios can. You can't bring up user reviews, they're not credible. But game studios can. The only ones I see moving the goalposts are the game studios, their publishers, and the journalists who constantly bring up players instead of sales. It has millions of players. Yeah, but what are those sales numbers though? Damn. I am consistent though. I really liked Doom the Dark Ages, but it did not sell well, and I said it didn't sell well, even though I liked it. I did not build a player's narrative. On the PC Gamer article covering this topic, the writer, Big Steve Bonifield, wrote that we pretend like nothing happened when a targeted game does well. Like Assassin's Creed Shadows. When are they going to accept that this game's a failure? I completely forgot that Assassin's Creed Shadows did so well that they won't even tell the investors what the sales were.
What is the sort of hurdle rate that Assassin's Creed Shadows has crossed in terms of units sold? Thank you.
Yeah, so on Assassin's Creed Shadows, we don't disclose units sold.
That's insane amounts of success. Cope more. I also don't get where they get this idea that content creators have this power over their audience. I mean, if I just come out here and said, Elden Ring sucks and we should all boycott From Software because there is too many femboys in their games. Oh god. Everyone would call me out in the comments, as they should. Oh, and absolutely call me out when I have a bad take. Or when I get things wrong. Because when I'm on here criticizing the games industry for when they get things wrong, I should hold myself to the same standard and accept criticism when I get things wrong. Or I could just do what the games industry does when they make a mistake and just blame you guys. I won't. What they hate and what they fear is when someone with a massive following is echoing those sentiments of that upset fanbase. Because thousands, if not millions of people will see it, and investors might start asking questions. I mean, they would if investors weren't a bunch of care home residents who understood what a parry mechanic was. But they do understand money, at the very least, which is why we're seeing a lot of closures now. I think comments like these from Big Dave do nothing but add to the growing hostility between the gaming community and the gaming industry. Western. Eastern games industry is fine. Am I meant to feel sorry for the big AAA studios? Am I supposed to buy these $80 garbage games with a smile on my face? No, fuck that. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing and calling out these dumbasses to 589 people. That's insane. 589. Feels like just yesterday when I said there was 50. It's crazy. Oh, and shameful journalism here by Austin. Not once did he push back and ask why the fans can't feel the way they do. Poor journalism. That's it from me. See you in the next one.